Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Don Mafia Live. That is right. Today's topic, should the Buffalo Bills be scared of Bo Nix? Bo Nix, the rookie QB that Broncos fans are very hyped about, right? People like myself, we didn't think that he was going to amount to much in the NFL. I thought that he was captain checkdown. I thought that it would need to have like a perfect situation for him to succeed. And if Russell Wilson was going to be an absolute bum in Denver, how in the hell were we going to anticipate that Bo Nix has had the season that he did? I think that he's going to be runner-up for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Well-deserved. But I think it's important that we end up looking at some of the advanced statistics of this young man because he is coming to Buffalo. He's going to be in Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And I think it's super important for us to understand everything that he brings to the table, down to his time to throw, his ability under pressure, his ability while blitzed. So we can really craft up a game plan of how this defense needs to attack the young man. And by young man, I feel like that's even an overstep because he was in college so long. I'm convinced he's 35. All right. He's not. He's about 25, 26. He's an older QB out of college. So he has that maturity, but still some things that we need to discuss. Look at that, baby. Talk to me. Raven for life. How does 6 picks, 6 touchdowns in 6 playoff games feel like for Lamar? Wow. Norman Paul. Wow. Absolutely. How you doing? Bo Nix doesn't have better stats than Josh Allen. You must have saw BetUS TV's The Huddle, and you saw a lot of these guys try to go on ahead and just get under Bills Mafia's skin, as many of you know. Go Bills, smash Broncos, and Ravens Lamar sexuals. I cannot wait. Listen, man, the run of a lifetime is about to come to fruition right before our eyes. It's going to be incredible. Go Rams, BC, go Rams. You'll love to see it. What's good, Dan? Alexander, straight from across the pond in London. What's going on, my guy? Hope all is well. Good evening to you, my dude. Only thing I'm worried about is if we put up too many points and look too badass and Josh Allen looks too sexy doing it. Johnny Buffalo, I'm going to tell you what, those are some good things to worry about. Those are some amazing things to worry about. I cannot wait to watch this come to fruition, unfold chapter 1 of the Super Bowl run in 2025, man. I'll tell you what, dude, I'm already having visions of New Orleans, right? Like Bourbon Street just going crazy with Bills Mafia, broken tables everywhere, and a parade in Buffalo just a week later. All right, in the freezing cold, downtown, down Chippewa, the damn Buffalo Bills getting hammered on the damn bus, holding the Lombardi trophy in their damn hands, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I see the Bills beating the Broncos and losing to the Ravens in the second round. Well, I'll tell you what, my friend, I highly encourage that you use your mother's credit card because we all know that you're just a little boy, right? Like you make money by mowing your grandmother's lawn. Let's be completely honest with ourselves right now, okay? Like we know that you're a little kid with your SpongeBob t-shirt and grandma comes up to you and squeezes your cheek. Thank you, little Jacob, for mowing my lawn. You're a big boy. And she flips you a nickel, okay? Listen, we already know what that's all about. So why don't you go on ahead, bust open your piggy bank, and put the cash down, baby. Put the cash down if that's what you think is going to happen, because it's not going to happen, dog. It is not going to happen. Aunt Bo Nix, bark, but he don't bite. Trust. Rest starters by halftime. Wouldn't that be ideal? Imagine getting this hype to get dogged around out round 1 by a team in rebuild mode. Slightly above average is coming in. I'm sure that his woman tells him that on a regular basis, hence why he has that as his username. Bills years to go all the way, 716 represent. Need that helmet, Danny, my boy. Cody Benz. All right, listen, he's talking about my helmet giveaway. I am giving away that sexy Jim Kelly blue helmet to one of you lucky fools who is watching this episode today. All you need to do to enter this contest is be a subscriber to this YouTube channel and also leave a comment on this video once I am done. Live chats do not count. Have to leave a comment on this video once it is all said and done. I will be announcing the winner during halftime of my Buffalo Bills and Denver Broncos live play-by-play reaction. So if you're feeling lucky and you want to enter the contest, you know the rules, baby. You know the rules, baby. Let's go ahead and knock this out. And damn, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Listen, man, y'all don't know what I'm about. Ravens won't make it past the Steelers. Absolutely, Johnny Thunders. I've been trying to tell these people that the Pittsburgh Steelers are about to pull off the upset. Okay. And people are like, oh my God, Dan, there's no way. Just wait. Don't believe me. Just watch, baby. Mike Tomlin's in his bag right now. He's in the lab. He's cooking up an absolute deadly pass rush that's going to put Lamar on his ass. And Zay Flowers is out, folks. Zay Flowers is out of the game. And I have heard like, oh yeah, like they've won when Zay Flowers hasn't had a lot of targets. You have to understand something. A presence of a wide receiver out on the field literally spells success for the remainder of the pass offense. Zay Flowers not being out there when everybody is scratching their heads, being like, how the hell did the Steelers pull this off? It's going to be because of that. So I am handpicking your excuse. So for when you're getting trolled, no belief on Monday afternoon, or I'd say Sunday morning, because that's when I think it's going to cut deep and you're going to start to feel it, right? Just say, oh, yeah, dude, but if Zay Flowers was out there, we would have won. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Make sure you pack that in your suitcase on the way to Cancun, baby. That's precisely what I'm going to say. Go Steelers, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You already know what's going down. Broncos fans need to stop sniffing glue. Life of Oz, $2 donation coming in, showing a little bit of support. Listen, man, you know what? I will never shame a fan base for getting pumped about their team, right? This Broncos team ended up exceeding expectations, right? Avoiding all of the narratives that there was a rookie quarterback. They're paying Russell Wilson like $100 million to not play for them. Everyone had the Broncos as dead. No one thought that they were going to be in the playoffs. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. Much like the Buffalo Bills, right? Everybody in here, all right, including some Bills fans, would come in and say, oh, okay, Diggs is gone, Gabe Davis is gone, Poyer, Hyde, Trey White is gone, and the Bills are going to be lucky to win 8 to 9 games, and they're totally not winning the division. Their window is closed. Well, let me tell you what, we ended up exceeding expectations, and I would like to say that vast majority of Bills fans are just as damn confident and hyped and cocky about their team. We are obviously more justified because we are just a better team all across the board, but I'm not going to be mad at Broncos fans for getting excited, baby. It's a playoff game, man. It's the first playoff game I think they've had since 2015. All right? They don't know how to be here. They don't know how to act, right? They don't know how to act because it's been so long. We know, and that's precisely what's going to happen. I can tell you that. Guys, listen, I need to give a giant shout out to one of our proud sponsors today, and that just so happens to be Rhythm. Rhythm is your number one artificial intelligence sports betting tool that I have been using all season long. Typically, when I'm using some of my player prop betting apps, I normally just go for what seems to be the give me's, and your boy always gets screwed on the third leg, right? If I were to just do 2 legs, I would have cashed out, but the third leg killed me. That was obviously until I got Rhythm. Rhythm picks all of my player prop picks for me. Okay, I log in, I take it, and your boy has been cashing out thanks to Rhythm. It's an artificial intelligent assistant. It also helps you out with money lines, over-unders, etc. And the good thing is that with playoff football right around the corner, with college football playoffs this weekend as well, you have an opportunity of taking advantage of a free 7-day free trial. So it is totally risk-free. If it's not for you, then you can go on ahead and walk away. But I guarantee you, you will be obsessed with Rhythm. I highly recommend that you hit that link in my bio and you go on ahead and you give it some love because Rhythm is out here making some damn money. Making some damn money. No way anyone uses Rhythm. 120%, bro. My 700 signups in 2024 beg to differ, Mojo. Sitting over here trying to tell me that I'm capping on my audience, dude. Okay, what sort of integrity do I have over here, my dude? Mojo Chop 777. Come on, man. I'm just kidding, Mojo. You're the man. I love you. But you know what this channel is all about. Anyone gets the smoke. Thanks, King Jamie. Very noble of you. What did King Jamie say? Go Bills. I'm totally rooting for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think King Jamie just wants a rematch of the AFC Championship. Thank you, Dr. Green Thumb. Liam, better than Josh Allen by a mile. Listen, it's funny because Liam is never in my afternoon streams because it's nap time at his daycare. It is nap time at his daycare, and he can't make the afternoon streams. Liam, we've had this conversation already. Your team is a dumpster fire, bro. You have the walking embodiment of what I imagine Steve Urkel is like in real life as a head coach. All right. You have perhaps one of the most feminine head coaches I've ever met in my entire life. He was sitting there being like, oh, yeah, like players, like they wouldn't show up to practice on time. I tried to find them, but nothing's working. It's because he's soft. You have a soft head coach. All right. He's a nerdy. He is a nerdy geek, my friend. Look at that. Wow. Brand new insult just created on this channel. Why don't you go on ahead and worry about your lackluster and embarrassment of an organization and franchise, the Miami Dolphins, before you come up in here and try and tell us how we should run our shop, right? Maybe you should go on ahead and get Don Shula to rise from the grave. In fact, so did he pass away? Let me see. If he's still alive, sincerest apologies. Let me see. Don Shula, let me see, was an American. He passed away in 2020. God rest his soul. Maybe you should convince Don Shula to come back, all right? Rise from the afterlife. Actually, see if you can video him in for the season from the afterlife. Find a medium to go on ahead and coach that pitiful organization, all right? Listen, Mike McDaniel is an absolute bum, and I am so glad that your organization is absolutely missing as many brain cells as humanly possible, and they didn't even want to fire him. They should have. They certainly should have. But listen, those are your only options. Congratulations. Your Miami Dolphins are an absolute dumpster fire, and you've heard that every day of your damn life, and you will continue to hear that every day of your damn life. Tyreek wants nothing to do with you. He's like, I'm not staying here playing with that bum-ass quarterback. And so I'm not sitting there playing with that soft-ass head coach and that incompetent front office. Tyreek wants nothing to do with you, bro. He's wasting his career in that sorry-ass team, and it all starts from the quarterback that you're obsessed with. This bum. Absolute bum, dude. Congratulations. I hope Mike McDaniel and Tua stay there for another 10 years. I really do. I really, really do, because I will look forward to disappointing you each and every single time. It's not too late for you to come over to the Buffalo Bills bandwagon, my friend. It's not too late, because you're in preschool and no one's going to give you shit about switching teams. Okay, so there you go. Have a good day. Your Dolphins suck, and all you have to look forward to is coming in and praying for the demise of your rival fan bases, but the same teams that you so desperately wish you rooted for. So congratulations. Good luck on your coloring book homework, and we will see you later. Mike, come in. How you doing? How many years now has the Finns not won a playoff game? 24 plus and counting. Listen, we can go on ahead and just do whatever we want. It's done. And Dolphins fans, I'm sorry about that. Dan, dark humor is menacing. Get Shula from the dead. Damn. Listen, man, y'all already know what this is all about. I said y'all already knew what this is all about. It's some dark humor every now and again. You know what? This channel is all good. All right. Listen, I'm sorry if I offended any of the softies. All right. But if so, hop on some TRT, baby, because you'll find it funny. Even Tyreek wants to pull out. I was just kidding about that. Total joke. Even Tyreek wants to pull out, and he never, ever pulls out of anything. Absolutely. 110%. Dude's pull-out game is weak. Very, very weak. And he wants to pull out of Miami. Oh, good God. Tune into the stream, and this is the first thing I see. What up, dude? How you doing, man? How you doing, dude? Dan Marino looks dumb watching them. Absolutely, he does. Cody, damn, didn't you love Liam's? Dude, you got to get into the house and teach our guy, man. No. Is what it is. Jordan Smith. Lynn is saying, hell, the Dolphins would be better off bringing back Matt. So Marino. And then Steven just came in. He was just like, damn, bro. Like, you did not hold anything back. And some people are just like, Dan, you know, like these kids, man, like these SpongeBob t-shirt, iPad viewing, TikTok dancing, Fortnite playing little children. Why you going after them that hard? You know why? Because anyone gets the smoke. I don't discriminate from the smoke, baby. If you want it, I don't care. You got it, baby. You step into the kitchen, don't expect Danny not to be cooking, if you know what I'm talking about. And let me smash that like button if you agree. All right? Smash that like button if you damn agree. Anyway, folks, let's get down to business. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, my friends. And that's Bo Nix. Bo Nix. He's a rookie, right? And fun fact, because right before we end up really diving into this box score, so there was a couple of things that I did learn while I was hosting some of the SmackDown episodes over on Roundtable Sports. Bo Nix, out of all of his touchdown passes, 7 of them came from behind the line of scrimmage, meaning that they were either a screen and or that they were a swing pass. And I looked deeper into it, and he enjoys some of the best yards after the catch on the face of the planet. So our defense, specifically our linebackers, need to be on their P's and Q's. We need to be making our tackles. We need to make sure that they don't try any cute shit, right? I'm very confident that our team can get this done, but it's something to really put into, I'd say, consideration. So that is right there. Also, number 2, he has some of the best pass protection in all of football. He has the number 1 pass protecting offensive line in all of the game. Number 3, he is still very much a captain check down sort of QB. He is. His average depth of target, his average pass attempt is at around 6.7 yards. That right there is about 25th or 26th ranked in the league by itself. That was his bread and butter in college football, and it is also his bread and butter in the NFL. We saw during the Bills and the Broncos preview a bit earlier today on the stream that they have a solid defense, right? But as far as their run offense statistically, and as far as their pass offense statistically, they are largely middle of the pack every which way that you look at it. So what that tells you is that this defense is creating more and more opportunities for Denver to go on ahead and make it happen. This is a defensive game, and Bo Nix obviously is going to have his share of, I'd say, contributions, but at the end of the day, we have to remember this dude is still a rookie, and he is going up against the rookie slayer, ladies and gentlemen, and that just so happens to be our good friend Sean McDermott. But what I want to do is I want to take a gander right here, folks, at his overall passing statistics so far this season. Obviously, you're going to be seeing some people, okay, that are like, oh my God, Bo Nix is absolutely the man. Let's go ahead and check this out. So when it rolls into it, his completion percentage was 66.3, pretty solid, 3,775 yards. Yards per attempt, 6.7. Like I said, a dink and dunk-esque sort of guy. 29 pass touchdowns, 7 of those came from behind the line of scrimmage. And then also interceptions, he has had 12 thus far. His picks coming from Cincinnati, his picks coming from Indiana, 3 of them in Indiana, which is wild. 2 in Cleveland, 1 in Baltimore, 1 against the LA Chargers, 2 against Pittsburgh, and 2 against Seattle. So I'm really hoping that either Christian Benford, that either one of our safeties, somebody comes up with whatever we possibly can. 2 questions, Dan. And do you think Josh Allen will have a field day with Denver's defense? Second question, what is your prediction for the score on Sunday? So I think when it comes to the Denver Broncos defense, I think that Amari Cooper being back is absolutely integral, because that is going to cause a distraction for PS2. And ultimately, that is going to open up players like Khalil Shakir and Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid specifically, because Denver has a very difficult time stopping tight ends. So if I was predicting who is going to be the most targeted person in the passing game, probably going to be Dalton Kincaid. I'm probably predicting close to like 7 or 8 targets, 6 catches for Dalton Kincaid by himself, and he's probably going to have 100 plus yards. I think that's going to be a part of our game plan. I don't necessarily see us doing particularly well against old-fashioned ground and pound, running it through the A and the B gap, like right up in the middle, right in between the trenches, because the trenches over in Denver are very talented, right? Great pass rush, but also incredible run defense. So with that being said, I think that you utilize our like sort of running backs right in the overall pass game, specifically wheel routes, some swing passes. They have had a hard time stopping running backs in the pass game as well. So it's going to be interesting. And also those inside linebackers, they do run a base 3-4 defense. And I think that there are a lot of mismatches in that area of the field. So I do see Josh Allen doing well. I don't see him like doing much like with his legs, because this defense is also very good at containing mobile quarterbacks as well. So something to consider. Brent is coming in and saying passing game is going to be wide open. Wide receivers are going to eat on Sunday. Yes, sir. Absolutely. PS2 is one of the only ones that I'm like significantly worried about for the most part. So as far as big time throws, folks, He only has 21 on the season. So, like I said, he likes keeping the ball in the intermediate and ready to go. And he has 13 turnover worthy plays. It's pretty easy to have low turnover worthy plays when your average pass attempt is anywhere between 4 to 6 yards, like he does. His average depth of target is about 7.8. His adjusted 76.7. Drops. How many drops do this Denver Broncos team have? 25. Significant, I would say. So watch out for some of these wide receivers. Get in their heads. Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas. Make sure that you get in their heads. I can only imagine that Bills Mafia is going to be playing a factor as well with how loud that they are. I think that that's going to be a factor that we're going to be looking at. And the drop percentage is sitting at 6.2. Now, sacks is a different story. He's been sacked 24 times so far this season. And again, we are talking about one of the best pass protecting offensive lines in all of football. Last week, when they played against the Kansas City Chiefs, sacked 0 times, but granted, especially Spags was not opening up the playbook whatsoever, and they had none of their starters out there in the first place, so something to look out for. And then same thing with Cincinnati, with LA, etc. You go from there. So something to look at. Now it comes down into time to throw, folks. 2.97 seconds. That man is babysitting the football. And that is one of the luxuries of being able to have a quality offensive line. You can sit back there and you can babysit the football, is what it is. So 2.97 seconds. Is Von Miller actually going to show up? Is Gregory Rousseau going to show up? Is Ed Oliver going to show up? Is Daquan Jones going to show up? All right. Are we going to dial up blitzes? Let's see. We're going to have to wait there. Scrambles has quite a few 50. He is a threat on his legs. And then as far as his really overall passer rating, 93.3. And he has 9 penalties on the game as well. He averages a delay of game, I would say, once every other game for the past 6. Because remember, of course, he is a rookie. So something to look out for. Something to look out for. Bo Nix. Bo Nix, what do we got here? I'll tell you what. This is what's interesting. What do we got? What is Bo Nix all about? Like play action, non-play action, the screen game. What exactly are we looking at right here? Let's take a look. And let me talk to my people here for a second. Let me see. Eric is coming in. Do the numbers show that he forces passes, Dan? Forces passes, like big time throws are about like 21. He's pretty safe with the football, man. Like he's like really only going to be attempting vast majority. A lot of passes in the screen game, swing passes right behind the line of scrimmage, allowing his wide receivers to gain yards after the catch. He is one of the luckiest QBs in the league for having and being able to like sort of rely on his receiver's ability to extend plays for him, right? He's a good QB. He is, but he's still a rookie. And that's something I really want to throw out there. But anyway, let's take a look at play action, non-play action screen. Okay. As far as play action, and I told you this during my first stream. If you guys did not have a chance of watching it, I had a full preview breakdown earlier this morning/afternoon. Certainly check that out if you didn't have an opportunity of doing it already. But out of 28.8% of his dropbacks, they are in play action. His completion percentage is 67.7%, 1,174 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Non-play action, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he's really not showing any strength between the two. He's very much the exact same quarterback when you look at the completion percentage and then also his yards per attempt. And it's very difficult for Denver to establish play action in the first place because Denver has not had a 100-yard rusher in 33 games. The last 100-yard rusher was Latavius Murray. And I know you guys remember that Latavius Murray was a Buffalo Bill last year. So that just goes to show you that Latavius Murray was the last 100-yard rusher for this team prior to last year. So play action tends to be a little bit more difficult when you can't run the football. If we win the coin toss, do we defer the ball? That's the question. I have been asking myself that already. I think that you do, KVP, because here's the deal. I think that we match up very well against this offense. I really do. I'm not sure about you guys, but I trust Benford like right against Mims. I trust Rasul Douglas over Sutton. I trust Taron Johnson against Skeel. And so I think his name is. And like I've mentioned, they struggle running the football. And I'm also hoping that Bernard and Milano wake up and that they can have something to say about their overall pass coverage as well. I could see the Buffalo Bills defense going out there for the very first drive and causing them to go 3 and out. I really do. I think we want to defer so that way we can go on ahead, right? And have that opportunity of double dipping so we can put the game away if at all necessary. That's kind of where I'm at right now. That's kind of where I'm at. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for your question, my dude. Guys, listen, reminder, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't had an opportunity of doing so. So far, we are going through the advanced analytics of Bo Nix so we can understand a pretty solid game plan of how we are going to attack this full passing pressure. Even more important, Bo Nix. Bo Nix. When Bo Nix is kept clean, he's completing 72.2% of his passes. All right. I'd say that's probably about the same for each and every single quarterback in the NFL. Let's be honest with ourselves here. 3,009 yards, 7 yards on average as far as his pass attempt, 24 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Pressure is interesting. He's only been pressured 181 times. Like I said, this offensive line has been doing very well, and he's only pressured 28% of his dropbacks. Something to look out for there. He's completing 47.4% of his passes, 766 yards, 5.7 yards per attempt, basically meaning he's freaking out and he's taking his first check down. He's taking his check down. 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Blitz is a different story. He is completing 61.3% of his passes, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So I am not particularly the guy that's going to recommend that we blitz Bo Nix, because I would say that out of all these statistics, the most impressive to me is how he handles the blitz, especially with how young he is. You rarely see that from a young QB. And that's something I'm going to have to give credit where credit is due for this dude. Now let's talk about Russian, baby. Let's talk about Russian. What has Bo Nix got for the Russian? 430 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns, and he has fumbled the ball twice on top of that. Okay? Go ahead and check that out. Some zones he's been doing, some run types. We already have that. His breakaway speed, first downs. He's going to be a threat. And let me tell you what, he's going to have to be, because this team cannot generate a running attack or a rush attack with running backs exclusively. So something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind in no personal attacks. All right, guys, listen, I have some rules here, okay? You can personally attack me because I will cook you, fool. But you can't personally attack anybody in the chat, okay? Listen, I am fine with trash talk, hence why I have, like, people like Liam in here all the time, and, like, why I have, like, all these other non-fan bases that just come in here and spew nonsense, okay? Like, stuff that should be illegal by how ridiculous it is, all right? Like, football takes that make no sense. I allow it, okay? I don't allow people in this chat to personally attack anybody in the chat, okay? That's not what this is about. I'm trying to build a community here. I'm happy with each and every single one of you that tunes in. I love the trolls as well. I'm fine with opposing opinions. I'm not going to kick anybody out because so they hate the Buffalo Bills, or they don't think the Buffalo Bills, or they have a different opinion of myself. Just no personal attacks to anybody in the chat, and we are good, and you will not be banned, baby. You will not be banned. It's easy as that. My glorious Bo is cooking y'all shit. Nicholas. I have a feeling that you are about to be a sad young man. A sad young man. I'm not sure how you cope, but I would research some different opportunities, because you know what? I like Bo Nix, but come on, bro. Listen, man, you should be celebrating that he led you to the playoffs for the first year. Nobody thought that you guys would be here. That is an accomplishment in and of itself. We need Diddy. No, we don't. No, we don't. Our defense in the playoffs and Josh's propensity for having an off game. Hell yes, I'm scared. The reason for Josh to be MVP is still an issue, having B list weapons. Here's the deal, man. I Haven't necessarily seen a lot of off games for Josh, like week 4, week 5, I suppose that we could say. But then again, like we were missing some pretty quality weapons like for us. And I mean, dude, listen. So one thing I do want to put out there again, and definitely go on ahead and flex this with all of your friends. This Buffalo Bills team, Randy, with no quality weapons, is top 5 historically, like in the NFL. Not this year, like not in the past 10 years, in the history and the total existence of the NFL, the National Football League. This Buffalo Bills offense is top 5 ever in EPA. We average 3 points per drive. That is unheard of, especially with no weapons. We are the first team that has ever accomplished this that did not have a 1,000-yard wide receiver and a 1,000-yard running back. I understand that James Cook cracked 1,000 against the New England Patriots. I'm not necessarily really looking a lot into that because this Bills team was obviously not attempting to win that game against New England. So I wouldn't be worried for that reason. I feel like any particular reason that would keep you up at night is, will Sean McDermott get out coached at any point during the season? I think that this team is firing on all cylinders. And so I think that nothing is stopping them. And the only thing that could potentially be an issue would be if Sean McDermott like really gets out coached at the end of the day. I want an apology from you. It's the Texans win. Big Tizzle's coming on in. He's mad because I picked the LA Chargers to win this game. I'm sorry, dude. I have the Chargers winning this one. I do. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I'm a betting man, right? And I'm not about to waste money on the Houston Texans. I just don't like y'all's offensive line. And like y'all are going up against the #1 defense in the NFL for points allowed, like all season. And like y'all like have cracked 30 points like once, like maybe this year, I think. Say that you still had Stephon Diggs and say that you still had Tank Dell, then I think that things may have been a bit different. But bro, like we're talking about like one of the best defenses out there. We have a Chargers team that has put up 34 points back to back to back games. Herbert's absolutely cooking. J.K. Dobbins is back. It's not about to be close, bro. I'm sorry. Better luck next year, big. But listen, is what it is. I have the Chargers winning by 14 plus points. Dan, keep up the good work. Hilarious. Go Bills from South Florida. Jared Reyes, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you so much. You are the man. Happy Wolverine. Yeah, Texans have faded badly as season went on. And you know what? It happens, right? Like they just like were super unfortunate of catching the injury bug at what was supposed to make them legendary, right? Like was supposed to make them legendary. And they just couldn't get past like that bug. It sucks. But that's the name of the game, baby. That is the name of the game. 7 games, we're scoring 26 plus, I think, which is not bad. Yeah, I'm not a Bills or a Broncos fan, but I think this is going to be a much closer game than people think. Mike V is coming in the chat, and he's predicting a close one. Yeah, man, like, so by no means have I come out here and said that I think the Bills are going to win like 35-10. No. I think it's going to be more around the tune of like 28-21, 24-17, because I have respect for that defense, right? Like solid pass rush. But then again, this key matchup that I think we all need to be looking for is the trenches. And the trenches in Denver has been mastered. It's half of the reason why I think they've been so successful is due to all of the investments that they have made. Shout out to their defensive line and offensive line coaches because they have had those dudes on a damn tight ship all year. I'd say we show a little love over to the boys. You know what I mean? Damn. Boys, love y'all. For sure. Love y'all. Happy Wolverine. Finns fans are highly football illiterate overall. They are more like fanboys, LOL. Absolutely. We already know what it is. 35-17, book it, Dano. Mark is confident, man. He wants a can of whoop ass to be open up in Highmark Stadium on Sunday. I would be here for it. You're damn right about that. On Sunday, we will be talking about the Bills and the Chargers on the divisional round after Pittsburgh beats the Ravens. Dude, I'm glad that people are on board. Listen, bro, I saw the NFL preview. Every single analyst picked the Ravens. I was like, they're screwed, bro. They are screwed, dude. Zay Flowers being gone is going to be a massive issue for them. And I think that TJ Watt and I think that Cam Hayward and I think that all of their pass rush and defensive line is going to absolutely eat. And I also think that now that these DBs are not going to be worried about Zay Flowers, now you end up shifting over the matchups. So now, who is typically the wide receiver 2 for the Ravens, guess what? You're getting CB1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and wide receiver 3 is now getting CB2. I have a feeling, dude. I have a feeling it's going to be a repeat of their first matchup. I'm really feeling it. Marcus, Chargers and the Bengals put up over 30 on that same defense, but I'm supposed to think that the Bills' number 2 offense in football cannot. Marcus, speak it into existence. Sup, Dan? This would be a good game. I have Bills winning 27-21. Broncos D is legit. I absolutely love that. My guy, Keaton Talk Sports. My dude, man. I definitely appreciate you for coming on in. 27-21. Broncos have 2 chances, none and none. Sal, wow. 28-20 Bills. Chris, rolling on in here with the predictions. I would still pick the Bills, but in the playoffs, you can throw all the stats out the window. It's an entire different season. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Imagine being a Dolphins fan and having no team in the playoffs, so you go and try and troll a team that owns you. I mean, listen, dude, I'm not going to be here, and I'm not going to micromanage how these sad NFL fans spend their time, right? I feel like as human beings, everyone likes to cope, right? And they all have their own unique ways of doing so and accomplishing that goal. So, I don't know. I'd say we let bygones be. Wow, holy hell, I totally had a blank. I say we let bygones be bygones, baby. That's me. That's what we're talking about. Oh my God, guard down. They better not give up 100 yards on the run on Sunday. This Broncos team has not rushed for over 100 yards from a running back in 33 games. In 33 games. I want Joe Brady as the next Bills coach to fully unlock Josh Allen. Good response. Made me feel better. Cheers from Mobile, Alabama. You should do a local event sometime. Randy PQ. Fun facts. Fun fact, my dude, Randy. We're going to be at the Senior Bowl. Me, Richie Colby, Dose of Dion, and several guys from Roundtable Sports. We are going to be in Mobile, Alabama that entire week for the Senior Bowl. So maybe you can come meet up with us. We will be around, man. Absolutely dope. Sick. Randy, my guy. Thank you so much. I think we make Bo Nix fumble. Speak it. Speak it, my guy. Honestly, we will see Sunday at 1. The best team in that 3-hour time frame will win. It's time for a riddle. The riddle is, oh my God, you are having me on the edge of my seat. Why do I feel like this is a trap? The Bills fan wagon has room. If your teammate make it, feel free to ride along. 37-29 Bills. Grant, absolutely. Get in on the action, folks. The bandwagon is open. A lot of people always say, oh, no, not the bandwagon. Forget about it. Come on in, baby. Come on in. I want to be able to walk down the street at any given town and see Bills Mafia gear all over the place. If you are getting sick and tired of your favorite NFL team, you know, like not play football in the new year, just hop into Buffalo, baby. Hop on the bandwagon. I promise you several of you will the second we raise that damn Lombardi trophy. Speak on that. What up, dude? We will defeat the Broncos, Ravens, Queefs, and beat the Eagles in New Orleans. I love that. Dan, what would you think if the Bills won the Super Bowl but didn't play the Chiefs in the playoffs? Go Bills. I would go on ahead and I would still celebrate like wildly hard. I feel like it wouldn't hit the same because I do like want to take care of them in the AFC Championship so that we can just get so that weight off of our back. Knicks 2 interceptions. I love it. Dude, listen, man. Like, dude throws some picks. He does throw some picks. Milano, wake up. Safeties, wake up. Benford, Rasul Douglas, you're due. You haven't had an interception all year. I think you're about due if you were to ask me. Denver is no pushover, but Buffalo isn't going to get bullied on their own dirt either. This is the game I have been asking for. Riddle is, what do you break the moment you name it? What do you break the moment you make it? So we have the Riddler in here, ladies and gentlemen. Someone call Bruce Wayne. Someone call Batman. Someone put the bat signal up there. The Riddler is in here riddling. You know what I mean? Break the moment you name it. Fuck. What do you break? So the hymen? Like, what is it? What is it, bro? What is it? What is it? All right. Anyway, that's kind of how it works. Although strong practices correlate with good game performance, we will see. Oh, no, we got a Chiefs fan in the house. What up? Just so we're all on the same page, it's an Eagles Bills Super Bowl. It's already in the script. Dr. Green Thumb. And so, how do you get Bob to smile? Well, so I'll tell you what, man. Listen, Bob's been getting his ass beat, and I told him that I actually give him a break from getting punched in the face on this one. Clay is saying, "Oh well, so what do you break the moment you name it?" I don't know. Hi, Nate. Dan, thoughts on the Bills using 21 and 22 personnel to throw off linebackers? Listen, the one thing that I love about this team, and the one thing that I think is one of our only like true mismatches, just so happens to be tight end play. So if we're out there and like we have his, like, dude, if we have both Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid out on the damn field at the exact same time, take full advantage of it. We've been running a lot of 12-man personnel this year, and it's been very effective. So I think that would probably be more like what I'm looking for, is more of like a 12-man, like 2 tight end set, like ready to go. Because again, like I've said, like this team has given up a lot of yardage against tight ends. And I think that we're going to go on ahead and we're going to see Dalton Kincaid have a damn game, my boy. Mobile, don't get caught here saying Maybeal. Haha, I got your back. My guy, Mobile. It's Mobile. Gotcha. Mobile. Mobile, brother. All right, man. Sick. I'll tell you what, man. I am looking forward to that. Grant is liking where we're at. Silence. You break the moment, you name it. So, but silence already has a name, though, right? Like it's it's in the Webster's, right? Answer is silence. Fuck, dude. I feel like it might be like that Colts versus Bills game for a couple of years ago, but I also feel like we have a better defense for that game. We have Garrett's coming in saying Broncos pass rush is going to eat. Get mentally prepared for an upset. Garrett. So my dog's laying in front of Bob, or otherwise I would have punched Bob in the face because that really triggered me right there. It's going to be pretty solid, but then again, like we have a quarterback that is the least sack quarterback in the NFL, and we're going up against the number 1 sack defense in the NFL, so it's going to be a matchup. So we're going to see who's going to win the trenches. It's going to be a big game, and I cannot wait for it. Dirty Dan, apparently all the players think Lamar is better than Allen, according to the NFLPA. Well, just remember that all of those players also voted him as the most overrated in the NFL. So I'm not particularly surprised, but we will see who ends up getting all pro honors at the end of the day. Denver isn't good at defending receiving running backs past the Cook, Davis, and dare I say a Ty Johnson game, who has regularly stepped up for us when we needed him most. Damn. I'm feeling it right now, boys. I really am. Just got blue James Cook, and they're wearing the blue tops this week. Look at that. I love that. Well, folks, I'm going to tell you what. I am going to dipset because I have to be on the AFC East Roundtable here in 2 hours. I sincerely hope that you guys join us for that episode. It's a full-on preview for the NFL, and I'm sure that Richie will yap about all of the coaching and GM interviews, and I'm sure that TD will be sitting around crying that Mike McDaniel is still his head coach. And of course, more preview for Buffalo Bills and also the Denver Broncos game. So I highly recommend that you tune in when you can. And we'll see you later. Deuces, y'all.